In this tutorial, we're going to look at the mechanisms for substitution reactions and elimination reactions. Now, in substitution reactions, there are two key things that are happening. There is a nucleophile that is attacking, and a leaving group is leaving. And the question is the order of events. In an SN2 process, the nucleophile attacks and the leaving group leaves simultaneously. In other words, saying these two things, nucleophilic attack and leaving group leaving, occur simultaneously to give the product. And here is the leaving group that left. Whereas in an SN1 process, these two events do not happen simultaneously. First, the leaving group leaves to give an intermediate carbocation plus Br minus as a leaving group, and only then does the nucleophile attack. Chloride attacks to give the product. Now, when we talk about elimination reactions, again, there are also two things happening. A base is deprotonating, and a leaving group is leaving. And once again, the question is, do these two happen simultaneously or not? In an E2 process, they happen simultaneously. So we have some base that comes and pulls off the proton, deprotonating, while at the same time kicking off the leaving group. In other words, saying these two steps happen simultaneously. However, in an E1 process, these two steps happen one after the other. First, the leaving group leaves to give an intermediate carbocation plus Br minus as the leaving group, and then the base, usually a weak base, so something with a lone pair but not necessarily a negative charge, will come and pull off a proton. So when we compare substitution and elimination, we see that substitution is accomplished through two things happening: nucleophilic attack and loss of a leaving group. Elimination occurs through deprotonation and loss of a leaving group. Now, there's two varieties of substitution. There's SN2 processes and SN1 processes. In an SN2 process, the nucleophilic attack and the loss of the leaving group occur simultaneously. Nucleophile attacks and loss of a leaving group. In an SN1 process, they don't happen simultaneously. First, the leaving group leaves, and then the nucleophile attacks. Very similar situation with elimination reactions. We need to have deprotonation and loss of a leaving group. In an E2 process, both happen simultaneously: deprotonation and loss of a leaving group. In an E1 process, first the leaving group leaves, and only then the deprotonation occurs. Now, notice the similarities between the SN1 process and the E1 process. They both involve the same first step: loss of a leaving group to give a carbocation, loss of a leaving group to give a carbocation. These are the mechanisms for SN2 and SN1 and E2 and E1.